Hey everybody, welcome to the Honey-Do List channel. Today we got something a little different. Just like everybody else, I watch a lot of YouTube, and I watched one in particular of lockpicking. I won't say the guy's name, but I made some comments on there how to get some challenge locks. I have bought a cheap kit and some practice locks and picked every lock in my house, every padlock that I got. And a wonderful guy named James commented that somebody had sent him a challenge lock. So he offered to send it to me. So today we're going to unbox it. I haven't opened it yet. We're going to find out what's inside of it, and we're going to try to pick it. I'm going to do it under time lapse because I don't know if this is going to take me 1 second or 1 hour. I'm going to leave the camera running as long as I can. I have about 6 minutes of recording time, so let's get to it pretty quick. He sent it in a nice priority box. James, I will get it back out to you as soon as possible. I told him I would. This, I guess that's it. Nope, there's something else in there. These must be the keys. Nope. Oh, that's cool. Little guard security lock. I don't know if y'all can see that. Sent me that. That might be just a fun little thing to pick. Alright, let's see what we got in this one. Well, it's a heavy lock. It has keys. I hear the keys. Oh, it says hardened guard security. He's got the keys right here. It is definitely a re-pinnable lock, so there's probably quite a bit of trickery in it. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm no professional by any means. I'm going to pull out a few little tools here, and I don't have like the greatest, best stuff. But I'm going to try the bottom of the keyway, and that's when you go something like this. And we're going to try to pick it. Get up here. We use this little hook. I don't know what they're called. Now, like I said, I'm no professional locksmith. And I hear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe. Okay, so first of all, there's this technique called raking. I ain't gonna be able to rake that because I can already tell you there are some security pins in that. I have played with enough locks around my house. You'll never get that. It's going to be a hard pick. So they have this thing called SPP. I'm going to hold the lock like this so I can put some tension on it. Turn the hook upside down, of course, and I'm going to go to each and individual pin and see if I can find a binder. Oh, I might have overset him. One more behind him. Nope, that was the last pin. Yep, okay. Got a little counter rotation right there. Like I said, I'm probably going to run out of recording time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just put it on time lapse. And we'll jump back into this video when I get it picked. We might gut this lock, we might not. We're not real sure yet, but we're going to try. First of all, we're going to try to open it. Alright, so I'll be right back with you. Let's go to time lapse. Alright, as you can see behind me, it's done got dark. I've been working at this for almost an hour. I didn't realize that my time lapse video battery had died. But what it was is I went and got a different tension wrench. I noticed that the core seems to be hard to move. The core is this piece right here. So I went and got this different tension wrench because you can put a little bit more pressure on it. Then also I was using this one. Let's see if I can get that to focus for you. I was using this one. It's kind of my like go-to pick. I've been, using it quite a bit. My other go-to pick is this one. See how it's not as sharp down here. It doesn't have such a high rise on it. Using this tensioner, I was having problems getting the bigger hook in there. So what I was doing was I started using this one, and I was able to get in there, and I'm going to show you what I get. And they're called binders. When a pin is in a bind, it's called a binder, and that's the one that you know that you need to press down to get it in that sequence of unlocking. So I was putting light tension before. I was just putting a little bit of pressure on it. I don't know if you can see my finger. I was just barely putting any pressure on it. Now I'm actually putting enough pressure that I think I can actually turn the core. And what happens is, if you go in there, I don't know if you can hear this. I'm going to try to get a little closer. Let me see if I can get the keys to quit making a noise. And when you go in there, you can hear the springs. You hear that? That's the springs pressing in. Alright, so we're going to go a little deeper. I'm going to do like everybody always does. They go to the back and they pull forward. First one's good, second one's good, third one's good, fourth and fifth. Okay, so now I'm going to put a little bit heavier pressure, and we'll go back and we'll touch every one. See, now 2 is good, 3 is good. I'll zoom back out so I can look in the lock as I'm doing this. 1 is good, 2 is good, 3 is spring, 4. 4 is our binder in this situation. And you heard that click. That means it went in. So I reach back there and 5's binding. And I can't get them. Oh, I got them. And the core moved slightly. Say like the core, where you put your key in is like this. I've got a slight turn to it right now. That's called a false set. It means that some of the pins are lined up and but not in the right order. Okay, I just hit pin 2 and I've got some movement on the tension wrench. When the tension wrench moves, it kind of lets you know that you're getting closer. That pin kind of set. It could be false set, and a false set means that you push that pin too far into the Bible. I guess it would consider the Bible is what I think people call it. I could be wrong. But as I go back, now the problem I'm having is all of them went down a little. So now I have to go back to my other hook to push them into the hole far enough to make sure that they're set. And I tried pin 1. Nothing. Pin 2. Got a little click and a little move out of my finger there. Pin 3. Pin 4, I think, is all the way down. Okay, and pin, I don't know if that's a pin back there. It might only be 4 pins. It could be 5. Like I said, I'm no expert at this. This is literally like my first time ever trying to pick a real lock. Something that's not, oh, you seen my finger move? That is a good sign. We might, oh, look at that. I just opened it. I've got it open. The shackle is now open, and I have successfully picked this lock. So, with that being said, we're going to let off. We're actually going to do a little deconstruction. Let me see what I'm going to need. Let me get a few things together so we can deconstruct this lock, but this lock is open. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We got a Phillips screwdriver, because I noticed there was a Phillips screw in here. We're going to take it apart real quick, but we're not going to disassemble the actual locking mechanism. Mr. James was nice enough to send it to me. Big shout out to him. Everybody should give the video a like and a thumbs up, and even comment on this video for Mr. James being nice enough to take his time out of his busy schedule to send us a lock. So, there you go. That's what the inside of a lock looks like without this. Okay. So this is what the inside, this is the actual locking mechanism for the lock. I mean, it's kind of a neat little device. Okay, so let's just see what goes on here. Okay, where the key goes in is called the core, if I'm not mistaken, and this part is called the Bible. So what happens is they have springs that push down right here to push pins into this Bible, and you can see how they have holes cut on the bottom. That's basically how it looks at the top, the other side of this. It will look just like that, but then it's built up like this on top of it. When they have springs that press down, and what they do is they press down below this shear line. I remember earlier I was talking about shear line. Shear line is the line, the area between this cylinder here and this top piece here. So when you stick a key in there, all the pins, oops, I guess it helped if I was on the right side, all the pins line up and the lock turns. And I'll kind of show you, hopefully I don't dump his pins out. And there's the pins right there for the lock. You'll see them go up and down. Be careful with them, but you'll see them go up and down as I pull the key out. Okay. What happens is, they're like, the top pins are actually pushed into, see how, if you can, let me pull the key all the way out, hopefully we don't lose any pins. Okay, and what happens is they fall down way down there, and then what happens is the spring-loaded pins on the other side push down into these holes, and that's what you're trying to push up when you're picking. You're pushing them up like this to get them past the shear line right here. Key back in it, let's turn it back around, and you heard it locked. Alright, like I said, this is all just for education. No way do I condone anybody unlocking any locks that don't belong to them. This is strictly educational only about how a lock works. So if you're thinking about committing a crime, don't watch my video. Alright, another thing is, please like and comment and send some ideas in for videos. And give Mr. James a big thumbs up, and you can even mention his name. And if we get enough, I might actually even do a drawing for maybe one of these little kits that I got here, and maybe even a lock in a couple of weeks. We'll give this video about 2 weeks to see if I can get more than 50 likes. I'll pull some names at random, and we'll order them this, and like I said, it's not the best kit in the world, and a lot of people talk bad about it, but it's a good basic kit just to see if you like it. So, once again, let's work together on your honey-do list.